Hello all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfur Blade. Welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to Arms Trade Tycoon Tanks, where we have a black screen game. Hello? Okay. Alright, not sure what that was about, but let's get back into the game, shall we? So there was recently an update. They fixed a few bugs that I didn't even know existed. Woohoo. We're going to go ahead and just do a quick figuring out what's going on. We got some resources coming from Africa. We have JJack LK1s being produced. That'll bring us back up to 90 tanks. So we'll have the Mark 3.5s, which is our new ultimate vanguard, if you will. The JJack Camel V2s, which is a kind of a combination vanguard or exploitation tank. And the JJack LK1s, I think, are a really cheap heart attack tank that we could use for something. We're building them. Don't exactly remember why, but we are. V-shape engine is 40 days out. We're reverse engineering the A7V, and that's where we're at. So we're going to unpause. And here we are. Ottoman Empire embraced groundbreaking stride, military tank doctrine. Great. Battle of Trikala between Albania and Greece is concluded. I remember what some of the updates were. It sounded like they made the game easier. You get to start with more cash. Things cost less. Pretty much an all-around nerf to the difficulty of the game, which I don't think the game is all that difficult that they needed to nerf it in the first place, but evidently there were enough complaints complaining about it, so there you have it. Liberia has embraced a groundbreaking stride in military doctrine. Okay. New tank revealed. According to trustworthy sources, the Metropolitan Carriage and Wagon has just completed a new design of the exploitation tank, codenamed Odysseus Mark III. Battle of Astros between Ottoman Empire and Greece has concluded. Do we have any tanks that are fighting in any battles right now? No, we don't seem to. Okay. A new non-aggression treaty has been signed. The Ottoman Empire and France have entered into a non-aggression pact. That's wonderful. France announces a new contract for 23 tanks. France's General Staff has issued a bid for a new tank and accompanying supply contract to equip its army with a saturation tank. Must meet strict requirements, and bidding companies are to offer around 23 to equip the 12 battalions. Already designers and engineers scramble to present their contract and be awarded contract. Saturation tank, I believe, is a very, very small tank. I think that's why we are producing the current LK1s. I think it's our smallest tank. So we just happen to have the correct tank being produced. Actually, we're one day away from having the tank produced. Let's go ahead and look at the contract. Alright. So again, I'm claiming that the LK1s we're producing, these seem to be in an all-new order. LK2 Mark 1. No, we're the LK1, not the LK2. This is what we're producing. It's got 110 score. Of our possible tanks, that one's nowhere near, that one's nowhere near. That one, the Whippet, doesn't work. LK2 has positive score, but it's not as good as the LK1. The LK2 LT actually has 136. But it's the only other one that could possibly work for the saturation tank. But we chose to use the LK1 because the last time we had a saturation tank event, I'm pretty sure this one had the best score. But we had the LK2 LTs in stock, so we used these. Now these have the better score than this. Oh well. It's fine. It works. Whatever. It's good enough. It's got a positive score. That's what matters, I suppose. View competitors' offers. We need to beat 441. That could be a little difficult. Okay, we're gonna have to crank this down quite a ways. And evidently we're gonna have to crank down the price. We will go with 30 because we're one off from having all 30. And we're gonna have to lower the price. Jeez. $441. These are about the cheapest tanks we can make. They take the least resources, they cost the least. Alright, I think we're gonna go with something like this. Okay, new resources have arrived. So we get our resources from Africa, 9,000, 8,000, 4,000, 5,000. Oh, we don't have room. Don't have much room at all, actually. Don't even, you know, maybe I will just wait till we queue up our next order and then we'll order. That makes sense. Okay, contract is accepted. Let's get these tanks out of the way. LK1, 30 of the bad boys. Deadline is 5/1. It's 3/27, so we have about a month and 3 days. Capacity 50. This is different. They changed the capacity on all of these. Now I can do this one for 30 tanks. 10 days, 17 days is still within a month. Price per unit is $650. This used to be $950. Boy, they've definitely nerfed the game to make it easier, huh? Alright, well let's go with Ryder and Company. We'll probably never have to use anything but this. I think they've made some bad changes, to be honest. That's just me. Okay, they've been dispatched. Now let's queue up. The LK2s. LK2 lights. These guys. So yeah, these cost 6.38 thousand. The LK1s, wherever they are, right here, are the only tank that's cheaper. According to trustworthy sources, the William Foster Company has just completed a new design of the full-size tank codenamed Artemis Mark I. Between Albania and Greece is concluded. Tank delivery delay. That's fine. Oh, we need to order resources though. Africa. 9,000. 8,000. 4,000. 5,000. British Empire announces a new contract for 26 tanks. The British Empire General Staff has issued a bid for a new tank and accompanying supply contract to equip its army with the Vanguard tank. Must meet strict requirements, and bidding companies are to offer around 26 to equip the 17th Battalion. Already designers and engineers are scrambling to present their... Well, we know exactly what we're going to present to you. It's the Mark 3.5, the ultimate Vanguard tank. Alright, where is the Mark 3.5? Right here. Wait, what? Success score is 338? Is this a joke? I mean, I suppose it's our best tank, but I was expecting... I was expecting a higher score than 338. Alright, let's see what the competitors' offers are. Oh man, that's expensive. I'm thinking about saying screw it and just aiming for like 442 to save us that cash, because that's quite a bit of cash. Yeah, I'm gonna skip the insight here, and I'm gonna go for a success score of 442. Maybe 450. Wow. I haven't even gotten to put the price up. This feels a little different here. Okay. Gonna go with that. These are expensive tanks. I need to charge a little bit more. New alliance treaty has been signed. Africa's gonna be late. A7V is finished. Okay, do we have anything else to reverse engineer off that guy? No, it seems to me we've reversed engineered the whole thing. Then we're gonna need to engineer. The hull? Is there anything other than the hull? There's the cab, we've already done that. Yeah, we've done everything. So let's just do the hull. Wait, we don't have a site? We have all kinds of sites. Well, now it'll let me click on it. Well, that's weird. Why wasn't it working the first time? Site Mark 1, Site Mark 2. These used to have the same stats. Now they have different stats. Okay, well, Mark 2 it is then. I guess I should double check to see if any of these stats have changed. Three, 4, 4. This is typically the vision port we use. 3, 15, 10. Oh, we might have a new door here. 3, 7, what, 11. 7.5. Huh. So this is basically a door that's twice as thick, but it has less crew safety. Interesting. This weighs less, and I would rather have the crew safety. Alright, we're using the... look where it is. The door is here. Rear thickness. Rear ricochet. This is not the rear. Is this the front? If this is the front, maybe I do want the stronger door. Yeah, I think this is the front. Because of the location of this door, we're going to go back to the original stronger armored door. Because this is the front left quarter panel of the tank. I mean, this is something that's likely going to get shot fairly commonly. This is an odd location for a door. I'm just saying. Okay, A7B is being constructed. Contract offer accepted by the British Empire. Let's get them sent out. There's no available shipment lines. Okay, we're not getting them sent out yet because our last shipment hasn't arrived to its location yet. So 7 days. German industry switches gears. The German Empire has announced a new bid to replace its A7V tank with a lighter and cheaper Sturmpanzerwagen to bolster its tank force. 13 companies have answered the call. with a prototype from the Oberschleichen Eisenwerk company entering tests. Another contract? A saturation tank? Yeah, you're gonna have to hold your horses there, Grease. We still haven't... We've got a backlog right now. Okay, so these have been delivered. Now... These 30 need to go. $10 days, 17 days at the worst case. We need to make it there by 5:23. Yeah, we got time. Okay, we've made 18 LK2 lights so far. $20 so far. Let's answer this contract. This is for Greece. LK2 light. View the competitor's offer. 427. Alright, we're gonna sign this. Hopefully these get delivered on time. V-shape engine. Oh, V-shape engine. Yeah, we want that. The big running gear, we haven't even researched the big hull. The good steel. The anti-infantry rounds. I think we go with the rounds. A7V Mark 1 is finished. Okay, we have a new engine to muck around with. The Liberty V-shaped 12-cylinder. 231 out of the box. Can we improve upon it? Four, 5, 4, 2. I think this is the side brake we've used in the past. Other than stealth, this one is straight up better, so we haven't changed anything. Flywheel, 4432. In the past, we've always used the Mark III. This flywheel, straight up better. Carburetor, this is something the Germans have always won. 222323. So 332. 332. 47. 11. So the German carburetor weighs less and is cheaper to make, but has the same stats. So German carburetor it is. Okay, radiator. We've always used the Mark III radiator because we don't care about crew comfort. Big slope angle. Operational range. So this is better than the Radiator Mark III. But it is heavier. Okay, radiator doesn't change. Okay, transmission. This is one where we've typically gone with the German one. We've typically gone with this German transmission. Why? Wait a second. This French transmission is clearly better. I think they may have nerfed this transmission. There's definitely something different here. We would have used this transmission in the past. 6584 4544. I'm confused. We might have to go through and re-engineer everything. It looks like things have changed. $6656. That's better than the German transmission. 4765 is better than the German transmission. There's all kinds of transmissions that are better than this transmission we've used in like every engine. Alright, well, this is the engine for now. So, the only thing that's changed in this one is the carburetor. What's going on with our contracts? We've got one under review. We got one being delivered in 1 day. The 3.5s have been delivered. This has been accepted by Greece. Got over a month. New resources have arrived. Alright. Africa. We don't have room for 9,000, but 8,000. 7,000. Really? $6,000. Is this worth the order? We're gonna do it. Okay. More LK2 lights. Another 15. Okay, we've delivered that contract. Accidental production hall. Well, let's see if this patch has fixed our ability to do this. Nope. Man, that was a terrible accident. Okay, the Liberty V-shape engine is finished. 5 days yet to finish up those tanks. Let's order some resources. Really? Really? Yeah, I guess that's what we're gonna order. It's not a bad problem to have. I'm curious about some of the engineering stuff now. Let's go to tracks. We're about to do the whole Uberland wagon thing. Let's verify that. Okay, sprung, idler 3, sprocket 4. Nine 5 idler 3 322. Okay, I'm not seeing. It doesn't look like track stuff has changed. Just engine transmissions. Maybe there's more than just engine transmission stuff that's changed, but 553, 554. This is the one we usually use, but we're using. Sprocket 4 is what we usually use. Sprocket 4 is what we used. Okay. Alright, so tracks seem to be normal. This Daimler 4-cylinder Mark 7 has always been the king of the engines. And now 136, it seems to be no longer the king of the engines, does it? It looks... The Ricardo... The hell? The Ricardo Mark 1 is more powerful than the Ricardo Mark 2? Yeah, they've messed with engines. Alright, let's make a new Daimler 4-cylinder. Alright, we'll take the big old side brakes. And the big old flywheel. We know that carburetor is good, right? Big old radiator. And this transmission. $175 attribute score. A lot of weight. And how does it compare to the Liberty V-shape? Not as good. I mean, that one's 4,751 pounds. This one is half the weight. One less crew requirement. Oh, excuse me. Okay, I guess we're gonna be reinventing the engine. I bet that's one of the reasons the 3.5 is terrible right now, because it's probably majorly underpowered. Africa will be late. Thinking about doing the J-Jack Mark IV. Basically cloning it and swapping the engine. Or I could do the, where is it? The A7B series. It's probably the one we should do. We're going to use the Liberty Mark II. I'm guessing the Hornet Mark IIs are going to be the best. The maximum mass the running gears can support. You're saying that the Hornet can't support that. The Whippet definitely can't support it. The Uberlandwagen can? Really? Huh. Wonder where they come up with that. One would think that the Hornet would have the better ability to carry. Oh well. So we have... This is the normal cab. $301. Here's the Mark V cab. The Mark V cab weighs about half the weight. Hmm. Where's cheap? Cheap. 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 Driver. Commander. Gunner. 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 Got any more commander slots anywhere? We do. Commander, gunner, loader. Commander loader with a mechanic and a mechanic. What's the point of this cab? There's no gun. It's a turret without a gun. I wonder if I put the other turret on there, if I could use the gun slots. Do I want to have the guns? Well, maybe I do. But then this is going to be in the way of... Okay, where are the gun slots? It doesn't seem to have given me any gun slots. What is the reason for this cab even existing? No. Just to have the turret sticking, or not the turret, but the sight sticking out of it, I guess. It feels like pointless. Wait. Commander loader. G Mark 1 AP standard petrol paint Dinkelgrau. I mean, it's what we think of when we think of Dinkelgrau. Yeah, let's give it camo. So the JJAC Seven Victor. $101 days? Okay. Probably engineering something. Yeah, we are. Alright, 1 second. And I'm back. Go ahead and unpause. We're not producing anything in the production hall. No, we really aren't. Why not? Because I don't know what to produce in it. Okay. Well, we gotta pick something. .5s. I mean, I guess it makes the most sense. .5s it is. Okay, that Daimler engine is finished. Get the extra engineers on here. New contract for 29 tanks from the British Empire. They want Vanguard tanks. Well, they're probably going to get the camels then. Alright, we may or may not win this contract. I have no idea what the offer is. I'm not going to check for the offer, because that's very costly. Accepted. Okay, take storage. Camels. $30. Deadline 6/20. Okay, 1 day less than a month. New resources have arrived. Africa. 9,000. 8,000. 4,000. 5,000. African delivery will be late. Camels have arrived. 250K are rewarded. Your capital contribution to the defense industry has not gone unnoticed by the High Command. You have been declared a capital part of the defense industry and have been rewarded with an official government grant to help fund your future endeavors. So they gave me 250K. Okay. I'll take it. Predicted balance, battle, da 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 da. France announces a contract for 23 tanks. They want a nest buster tank. What do I have available for them? The LK2 lights. Or maybe the 3.5s. Firepower hard, protection and reliability. That's not really the LK2 lights. I don't think they're gonna like them. What? 179? It's better than I thought it would be. What do they want here? Reliability, protection, firepower hard. Well, let's just look at all of these tanks. Yeah, they go. Okay. Really like the Mark II. The LK1 is fine. The Whippet sucks. LK2 Mark I is fine. LK2 Light. The J-Jack Whip LT. The Mark V totally blows. The Camel's awesome. I like the Mark III more than the 3.5. The 3.5 is what I'm going to have to give them, I think. How many 3.5s do I currently have built? 19? Not gonna look at the offer. I'm gonna predict 440-ish. We're gonna go with 20 of these. I can just slide this down like so. Yeah, something like this. Alright, France, you're lucky to be getting the 3.5s, but then again, the 3.5s have been nerfed thanks to the last update. They're probably underpowered because they have a terrible engine. Military campaign in whatever has concluded. New tank type adopted. Contract accepted by France. New resources have arrived. Okay. Send him 20. 7/24. That is over a month from now. So Ryder and company should be fine. LK2 Light has -6 fame. Really? When has it fought in a battle? Your tanks are deployed in this campaign. Okay, well that's the Mark II. JJack Mark II fame update. LK2 Light fame update. Yeah? Oh, I see what's going on. I'm fighting myself. Tank's woeful performance. Ah, oh, that's what this is for. Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm sorry you're having a hard time fighting one of my other tanks. I could have told you that would have happened. You probably shouldn't have used an infantry fighting vehicle versus a tank capable of blowing it up. Okay, and did we look at this? Battalion, da 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 da. Interesting. And what else? Your tanks are deployed in this campaign. Your tanks are not deployed in this campaign. But it says nothing about these campaigns. Because my tanks are here, but they've done nothing yet? I guess so. The Mark 1s. The Mark Nothings. Maybe it's supposed to be on France side? Oh yeah, it's on the French side. The LK1s. LK1s are for fighting tanks. Those are infantry. Using the wrong tool for the wrong job, guys. Okay, and... Hey! Infantry tank against infantry. Good job. Wait, outcome. There's an outcome here. It was a draw. Evidently, 15 tanks had a hard time versus 4,500 guys. Perhaps they didn't have enough ammo. And new military equipment available. The JJack 7 Victor is done through the design bureau. Let's throw it around the proving ground. Go ahead and test it. In the meantime, let's get back to this design bureau where we're going to grab the Mark 3.5. We're going to clone it. We're going to rename it the Mark IV. And save that. And change the engine either to this guy or we straight up throw in. Doesn't look like we can throw in the big one. Okay, 175. Maybe we should attempt to redo the Ricardo. Alright, assign. $11.90 versus $11.66. Weight goes up. Contract for the 13th Battalion is complete. Those 20 tanks have been delivered. The Victor just finished in the Proving Grounds. Okay, we're gonna order more resources. From Africa. 9,000, 8,000, 4,000, 5,000. Sign order. There we go. We'll go to design this way. Find that guy. Amend. 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 Anything else to amend? No. Okay, now that it's been amended, we'll take it around the track. Alright, here is the big box. We don't really have a forward-facing machine gun. Oh my god, this is slow. Will this make it up that ramp? Good question. We're up the ramp. I feel like I'm driving a bus. Okay, let's find a gun that will work for us. Okay. No depression. Did we hit it? Four? let's go to the other side. Gun elevation. There we go. Alright, this tank is slower than Molasses of January, but it seems to have a bit of torque, meaning that while it's slow, it doesn't seem to be stopped. It's just slow. Okay, I can't get the depression. Well, that was all of them. What haven't I done? There's that one dude back there I didn't shoot. What have they done on the test track? So now you have to evidently shoot every single last man and go to every single last waypoint? I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it back in time to kill that last dude. Alright, seems I'm gonna have an issue crossing this. Gonna run out of time. And c'est la vie. Mission failed. Anyway, this is probably where we're going to wrap this up. In fact, this is probably where we're gonna wrap up the entire series. So we've done most everything there is to do in the game. There's a couple of tanks we haven't managed to reverse engineer. The tiny little French tank, the Renault, we haven't gotten a hold of it to reverse engineer it. It's about the only thing I think that's left to reverse engineer at this point. There might be a French tank to... Is there a Char B in this? Yeah, maybe there's a Char B that we haven't reverse engineered. So there might be 2 tanks or something that we haven't reverse engineered. Anyway, it's not going to change much. The game is exactly what it is. Until we get more content, if you will, I don't see a whole lot of reason to continue going forward. That being said, it's a good game. The developers deserve the support, the financial support. So, get the game, get them the cash so that they can continue to develop this. And maybe it'll eventually get into World War II, and we'll start to be able to make Tiger tanks and Stugs and Panzer IVs, Panzer IIIs, Shermans, KV2s, KV1s, all that fun stuff that, I think everybody wants, right? We've seen the World War I stuff. We played the World War I stuff in the demo. Yes, there's a lot more World War I stuff in the game since the demo, but it's still just World War I. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here, and when the game gets a nice fat addition, change, content, big update, maybe a year from now, we're going to come back to this game and we're going to enjoy it all over again. Anyway, I'm James Johnson, aka Sulphurblade. Hopefully you've enjoyed this content. If so, please smash that like button, consider subscribing, and until the next time all, peace.